A 2023 Chevy Silverado, brand new. Not even 35,000 miles on the clock. Dead on a flatbed in the middle of the highway. A 2024 Toyota Tacoma, full engine replacement. The thing wasn't even a year old. A Hyundai Santa Fe. Engine literally blew apart. Owner had just made his last loan payment. You think that's bad luck? You think those are isolated cases? You think maybe those people just didn't take care of their cars? I've been turning wrenches for over 15 years. I see this stuff every single week. Not every month, every week. And here's what I know that these manufacturers will never say to your face. Modern engines don't fail because of bad luck. They don't fail because you skipped an oil change. They fail because they were built to fail. At the right mileage, in the right way, engineered for the right reason. And today I'm going to show you the evidence. Not opinions, not theories. The cold hard evidence. Now, let's get into it. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to show you exactly what's happening. We're going to talk about Hyundai and Kia. We're going to talk about Toyota. Yes, Toyota. We're going to talk about GM and Chevy. And then I'm going to show you the business model behind all of it. By the end of this video, you'll see everything. You'll never look at a new car the same way again. Case study 1. Hyundai and Kia, the engine graveyard. Walk into any independent shop right now. Not a dealership, a real shop. Ask the mechanic what he sees most. I guarantee you Hyundai and Kia are in his top 2 every single time. Here's why. For years, Hyundai and Kia have been building engines with a manufacturing defect inside the connecting rod bearings, metal shavings inside a brand new engine from the factory. These shavings circulate through the oil system. They score the cylinder walls. They starve the engine of lubrication. And eventually the whole thing seizes up. We're not talking about high mileage vehicles. We're talking about 40,000 miles, 50,000 miles, sometimes less. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration opened investigations into this. Hyundai and Kia recalled over 4 million vehicles. In the United States alone, 4 million. And here's the part that should make you angry. They knew. Internal documents showed engineers flagged this problem before those cars ever hit the showroom floor. They shipped them anyway. One shop owner in Georgia posted a video online. Rows of blown Hyundai and Kia engines stacked 3 high in his storage yard, waiting to be sent back to the manufacturer. He said he stopped counting at 60. 60 engines, one shop, 1 year. And after all those recalls, after all those lawsuits, after all that bad press, Hyundai posted record profits because people kept buying. Brand new models, new loans, same engines. Case study 2. Toyota. When the gold standard breaks. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, that's Hyundai. That's Kia. I will just go out and buy a Toyota. I used to say the same thing. Every mechanic used to say the same thing. A 2008 Tacoma with the silver paint, powered by the old and reliable 4-liter V6 engine. Just change the oil and replace the brakes. That truck will run 300,000 miles. No drama, no surprises. I've personally seen those trucks in my shop. Come into my shop at 250,000 miles, running cleaner than some cars at 60,000. That older engine was absolutely bulletproof. It was simple, proven, and built to last. Toyota doesn't make that engine anymore. Instead, they gave us the new turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder in the 2024 Tacoma. And then the owner complaints started. Before the first model year was even over, owners reporting excessive oil consumption, turbo failures under 30,000 miles. Check engine lights on brand new trucks that still had the plastic on the seats. Then there's the Tundra, Toyota's full-size truck. Toyota's full-size truck, their flagship. The 2022 Tundra launched with a twin turbocharged V6 engine. It sounds very impressive on paper. Within months, Toyota issued recalls, reporting major fuel pump failures and potential engine stall at highway speeds. Think about that for a moment. Your brand new $55,000 truck could stall on the highway because of an engine problem. Because of an engine problem Toyota already knew about. And then the Grand Highlander. One owner in Texas bought a 2024 Grand Highlander Platinum. A 2024 Grand Highlander Platinum, around $58,000 out the door. At 27,000 miles, the engine started knocking. The dealership kept it for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Couldn't figure it out. Finally replaced the entire engine. On a vehicle not even a year old. Toyota offered a buyback. The number they came back with would have left that owner $10,000 in the hole. When he tried to negotiate, they went silent. This is Toyota. The brand people bought with their eyes closed. The brand people recommended to their parents. The brand that built its entire identity on reliability. Identity on the word reliability. Look at the used car market right now. A 2010 Tacoma holds its value, Better than a 2024. Let that sink in. Buyers know. They know. The old engines were better. They're voting with their wallets. Case study. 3. Chevy and GM. The ticking time bomb. General Motors sells you a dream. The Silverado, the Tahoe, the Suburban. Big trucks, big SUVs, American iron. And they are impressive-looking vehicles. Nobody's arguing that, but underneath that hood, it starts with a simple idea. But underneath that hood, GM has been running an engine management system. GM has been running an engine management system called Active Fuel Management. Some people know it as the Displacement on Demand system. The idea is simple. At highway speeds, the engine shuts off 4 of its 8 cylinders to save fuel. Sounds smart. Sounds efficient. In practice, it is an absolute disaster. The lifters that control those cylinders are collapsing, failing, destroying themselves. And when a lifter fails, it doesn't just take itself out. It sends metal fragments through your entire engine. And when a lifter fails, it doesn't just take itself out. It sends metal fragments through your entire engine. We're talking $5,000 to $10,000 in repairs. On trucks that are sometimes still under the factory warranty. And GM knows about this. They've known for years. There are technical service bulletins. There are class action lawsuits. There are hundreds of thousands of complaints. They've known for years. There are technical service bulletins. There are class action lawsuits. There are hundreds of thousands of complaints. Filed with the federal government. One owner in Ohio bought a 2022 Silverado. Drove it 22,000 miles. Lifter failure. Full engine damage. The dealership quoted him. Lifter failure, full engine damage, the dealership quoted him $8,500 on a truck he was still making payments on. And here's what really gets me. The Cadillac Escalade, their flagship luxury vehicle. It starts at around $100,000. Some trims, massive screens, every luxury feature you can imagine. Same engine as the Tahoe, same lifter system, same problem. You can spend $180,000. and still end up on the side of the road with an $8,000 repair bill. Stop for a second. Look at what we just went through. Hyundai and Kia. Engine failures from the factory. Toyota, brand new trucks and SUVs, needing full engine replacements. This is a massive job before the first oil change sticker expires. General Motors. A known defect, documented, ignored. This was no secret. Hitting owners right after the warranty window closes. 3 different companies, 3 different designs, 3 different countries of origin, 3 different companies, 3 different designs, 3 completely different engine designs. Same pattern, 3 different companies, same result. Same timing, same result, same pattern. Same timing, same result, just as you owe money. These engines don't fail randomly. They fail in a very specific window. Watch the miles, just far enough past the warranty window to leave you holding the bill, a very expensive bill, close enough to still owe money on the loan. That is not a coincidence. That is engineering with intent, real intent. If this is opening your eyes, hit that like button right now. It really helps. Hit that like button right now. It helps more people find this video before they make a $50,000 mistake. Let me explain something to you that the automotive industry does not want explained clearly. There is a concept called planned obsolescence. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a documented business strategy. It has been written about in business schools. It has been discussed in boardrooms. And it is happening to your car right now. Here's how it works in plain English. If your truck runs for 300,000 miles with 0 major problems, you are never going to buy a new truck. Why would you? The one you have works perfectly. That's what was happening with the old Toyota engines. The old 4-liter Tacoma V6. The old 5.7 Tundra V8. People were driving those things forever. Toyota's sales numbers on those models were actually declining because nobody needed to replace them. So what do you do if you're an engineer? Being pressured by the finance department? You build an engine that's sophisticated enough to seem like an upgrade, complex enough that only a dealer can service it. reliable enough to survive the warranty period. And it is stressed just enough to start having expensive failures, right around the time the average owner is 4 to 5 years into a 6-year loan. That is not an accident. That is a product roadmap. And it goes deeper than just the engine. Think about who benefits when your engine fails. The dealer's service department does. That's where the real money is in this industry. Not on the sale of the car, on the service after the sale. A dealer makes maybe $2,000 profit on a new truck sale. That same dealer makes $400 to $500 an hour in the service bay. So a failed engine, a seized turbo, a collapsed lifter, that's not a problem for the dealership. That's a revenue event. And they've made sure that independent mechanics can't easily compete. Modern engines are locked down with proprietary software. Diagnostic systems that only dealer scan tools can fully access. Parts that void warranties if sourced from anywhere but the dealer parts counter. They have built a system where the car breaks down on their schedule and gets fixed on their terms at their prices. This is the machine you're buying into every time you sign on a new vehicle. Let me give you some numbers because this is where it gets impossible to ignore. In 1995, the average engine was built to last. In a mainstream American vehicle, it was designed for the road, was designed to last around 150,000 miles on the open road, with basic maintenance, clean and simple. Today, manufacturers advertise longer service intervals, longer warranties, more advanced engineering, a high-tech world. But warranty claims for powertrain failures have increased. It's a growing problem. Have increased every single year. The numbers are rising. For the past 8 years, more and more cars, every year going up higher and higher. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, a governing body, received over 1.2 million complaints, engine-related complaints in 2023 alone. That's 1.2 million. 1.2 million, quite a number to consider. The average cost of an engine replacement is rising, has gone from around $3,000 for a full replacement in the year 2005, a different time, to between $8,000 and $15,000 today. High costs. That's not inflation. No, it isn't. Not at all. Inflation would put it at around $5,000, but it's much more. The rest of that increase? It's something else entirely. Complexity that you didn't ask for. It's hidden inside. Proprietary parts that only one supplier makes. Exclusive. Software locks that require dealer programming, locked away. And recall numbers, they are coming in the mail. In 2005, the automotive industry issued many recalls. Around 500 recalls in the United States. Half a thousand. In 2023, over 900. More advanced, more recalls, a complicated relationship. More expensive to fix than ever before. It's a real burden. And somehow we keep being told that things are better. These are better cars. Indeed, that is the claim. So what do you actually do with all of this information? First, change your oil earlier than they tell you to. Your manual says 10,000 miles, but that is the absolute limit. It is much better to change your oil at 5,000 miles. Synthetic oil is cheap compared to major engine repairs. An engine is not cheap. In fact, replacing one can cost you thousands. Oil is the one thing that actually keeps an engine alive. Oil is the lifeblood that actually keeps an engine alive. Don't let a manufacturer talk you out of frequent maintenance. Don't let a manufacturer talk you out of changing it more often. Second, you should always avoid first model year engines. When a manufacturer launches a brand new engine design at an auto show, whenever a manufacturer launches a brand new engine design, you do not want to be the test case for a brand new design. Let someone else find the problems with new engine designs. It is much wiser to buy the second or third model year. Buy the model year after the bugs have been addressed. Third, always look up the safety reports at nhtsa.gov. Before you buy anything, do your research on the lot. Be sure to search the exact make and model of the vehicle. Read the complaints from real owners dealing with real problems. Real owners dealing with real problems on the road. It only takes 10 minutes and it could save you $10,000. 10 minutes of research could save you $10,000. Seriously consider older used vehicles from a reliable era. Look for vehicles with simpler and well-proven engine designs. A 2010 to 2015 model is the reliability sweet spot. Consider vehicles with a naturally aspirated engine for better longevity. Look for designs with no cylinder deactivation system to avoid complexity. Proven car designs are often much more reliable in the long run than it is to buy a brand new 2025 model. Be wary of brand new turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. Modern engines with active fuel management often have more points of failure. Simpler is better for long-term reliability and ease of repair. Boring is better for your wallet and your long-term peace of mind. The best engine I ever worked on in my entire career. The 4-liter straight six is widely considered one of the best ever made. I'm talking about engines from a 2003 Jeep. Dead simple and extremely easy for anyone to work on. Owners are putting 300,000 miles on these simple engines. Nobody makes anything like those simple old engines anymore. Because nobody would buy a new car if the old ones lasted forever. Because nobody would buy a new car if the old one just kept running forever. Here is the bottom line. The automotive industry has shifted. The goal is no longer this: to build the best engine possible. The new goal is to build a modern engine that lasts exactly long enough for you, to keep you out of a very expensive lawsuit and close enough to absolute engine failure, to keep you coming back to the dealership. That is their predatory business model. That is what your $50,000 purchase is actually funding their massive corporate profits. And the worst part of it all, they get away with it every single day. Because most people don't know the truth. They blame themselves for the failure. They think they did something wrong. They sign a new loan and start the cycle over. Not you, not anymore. Share this video with someone you care about, who is about to buy a new vehicle. Drop a comment below and tell me what engine failure you have personally witnessed. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I will see you in the next one.